Well, it's time now for a look at some of the new movies out this weekend. We're joined live by film critic Richard Crouse. Always great to speak with you, Rich, on a Friday afternoon. We have Rich.
Nice to see you, Jamie.
There he is. Rich, I've heard nothing but good things about this latest installment of Spider-Man. Not only is it a great film, but it's already apparently breaking some box office records down in the U.S., according to AMC.
Yeah, the ticket demand for this has been outrageous in the weeks leading up to today when it opens officially in theaters. It has crashed systems all over the place. I think Cineplex had some trouble keeping up with the demand, and I'm happy to report that it's worth the hassle to see this on the big screen. It's called Spider-Man No Way Home. It is a film I can't really tell you a lot of details about because I don't want to give away anything. Part of the fun of this is that a lot of unexpected things happen. What you need to know is that as the movie begins, Peter Parker has been exposed. Everyone knows the true identity of Spider-Man. Half the world thinks he's a hero, half the world thinks he's a vigilante, and it's making him very difficult for him to fight crime. It's making it difficult on his girlfriend, played by Zendaya, his Aunt May, played by Marissa Tomei. So he goes to Doctor Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, and says, "Can you make everyone forget that I was Spider-Man?" And he says, "I can, but there could be problems." And the problems are that it opens a rift to the multiverse and all sorts of bad things happen. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's a lot of fun. It's a bit too long. It takes a while to get where it's going. But once it kicks in, there are big emotional moments. There's great action scenes. And I love the youthful energy that Tom Holland brings to the role of Spider-Man. So I gave Spider-Man No Way Home 4 out of 5 stars.
Sounds good. Let's talk about this next film, which I think is going to pique a lot of interest from many people. Not only does it star two of the most talented actors in Hollywood, but also one of the most talented directors as well. Let's talk about Nightmare Alley.
Yeah, this is a really interesting movie. It's a film noir based on a movie, Tyrone Power movie from the 1940s. And it is the story of a drifter who winds up at a carnival, working for a carnival. While he's there, it's the 1940s, and while he's there, he learns about psychic ability and how to fake having a psychic ability. He becomes very successful, and then he gets greedy, and he starts taking on clients, rich, dangerous clients, who believe that his powers are real, and it leads to all sorts of problems. Great performances here all around from Bradley Cooper. Kate Blanchett as the femme fatale here is fantastic, but the real star of the movie is Guillermo del Toro and his ability behind the camera to create such evocative stories and beautiful images, and nobody creates a shroud of tension and atmosphere like Guillermo del Toro. So I gave Nightmare Alley 4 out of 5 stars, and it's in theaters right now.
It's not very often, Rich, that we talk about films that are based on a washed-up porn star who returns to his small hometown, but let's talk about the Red Rocket.
It is a small subgenre, that's for sure. Called Red Rocket. This is in theaters right now, and it is the story of, as you just said, a washed-up porn star goes back to his hometown and has trouble re-assimilating to life in this town. He can't really get a job. He ends up selling drugs, and then he sees a young woman who he thinks could be the next big thing in porn, and he tries to recruit her to do that. And this is a movie that's more of a slice of life than it is an actual narrative. There is a story here, obviously, but it's pretty loose, and it really is about the flip side of the American dream and how this guy, no matter what he does, can't help but step in it. He makes mistakes at every turn. Some are bigger than others, but he's kind of compelling, but the movie flails a little bit around him. 3 out of 5 stars, and it's on the big screen right now.
And lastly, I thought just at a glance this might have been a documentary about the Red Hot Chili Pepper bass player Flea, but no, it's Flea with 2 E's. But this is an animated film, and it looks kind of cool. What's this about?
Yeah, this is fascinating. This is about an Afghani refugee who ended up in Denmark. He became friends with a Danish filmmaker and told him his story. They recorded it all in audio, and then the filmmaker animated the story with the odd little bit of real-life news footage added in, like we're seeing here on the screen. And it is a heartbreaking, all too common story The refugee also happens to be a gay man, so there's an added layer of peril there for him getting out of Afghanistan. But it's a fascinating story, beautifully animated. Look for this one to be nominated for Best Documentary of the Year, certainly, and I don't know, maybe even Best Animated Picture. I give it 4 to 5 stars, and it's in theaters right now.
Well, Rich, I always look forward to these chats because you give me something to look forward to this weekend because I have absolutely nothing to watch, but definitely going to check out some of this.
Lots going on.
Rich, always great to speak with you. Have a great weekend.